Hello, everybody. So today we are going to take a look again at the verb be. As we know, it is an irregular verb that changes with the subject that allows for us to express an idea or a state of fact about a person or a thing. For instance, in the past videos, I've talked about the formula or the common setup for a sentence: subject, the verb be, and then we can finish the sentence with an adjective, a noun, or a verb, or a preposition of place for different examples. So as we know, in the present tense, I am a doctor. For example, I really am not. We know here a doctor is a noun. I can say she is sleepy. Sleepy is an adjective, okay? And they are running. Running is a present continuous verb. And I can use another example and say it is in the closet. Preposition of place. Okay, so what we are looking at here is we've got a subject in each sentence, which is I, she, they, and it. The verb be in the present tense, am, is, are, is. Okay, and then here we've got to complete the sentence. The first one is a noun, a doctor, and we know that because there is an article a or an for singular. If it were plural, there would be an s here. The verb would be plural, the subject is plural, and there's no a or article. Okay. We have running, which is a verb, and in the closet, which is a preposition of place. Now, of course, the verb be can also be past tense. And when it is past tense, it is more simple. It does not have so many different forms. It is either going to be was or were. Okay. I was or wasn't for negative. He was or wasn't. She was or wasn't. It was or wasn't. You can, of course, be singular or plural because it is unique. It works similar to a plural subject, they and we. And for those, we use were or weren't. Okay. And wasn't is a contraction, of course, for was not. Weren't is a contraction for were not. So same format here. I am going to use subject, verb, the verb be as a helping verb or a main verb, depending on how I complete the sentence. And then I'm going to add an adjective, noun, verb, preposition of place. Again, this is past tense. So depending on the sentence, I was or I wasn't will demonstrate that the action has completed. So what does this look like? Let's take a look here. I'm just going to use the same subjects. I, okay, subject. Next, we know it's going to be the verb be. With the verb be, singular, was or wasn't. I was a doctor. Okay, so what this means is I used to be a doctor. Maybe now I am a teacher, right? Or I am retired now. I was a doctor. Okay, so back then I was a doctor. Now I am not. The action has been completed. Okay. She is sleepy. She again will be our subject. Was or wasn't for past tense. I'm sorry, was or were for a positive past tense, because she is singular. Was, she was sleepy. Okay. So in this sentence, what it is saying now is yesterday she was sleepy, or earlier today she was sleepy, or even right before now she was sleepy. Now she is awake and energized and has energy, right? The next one, they are running. So they, plural, were. They were running. As we know, this was a present continuous. Now it is a past continuous. And this demonstrates an action that happened in the past that can continue into a future, or is simultaneous with an event. So they were running, for example, while I was sleeping. And this again was past, in the past. I could specify time if I would like, or date. We just know that two actions here were happening at the same time, or one after another, running and sleeping. Okay. Is it necessary to put this? No, the sentence is still correct if I put they were running. It could be implied that, hey, what were they doing yesterday when you were sleeping? Oh, they were running, right? So again, not necessary. Of course, the more detail always is better. If we're if the assumption is that the audience or the person we are speaking to does not know prior information. And then the last one here, it is in the closet. It was in the closet. So we have, again, preposition of place, past tense of the verb be, and then our subject, which is now it. Okay, it was in the closet. So it was in the closet last time I checked. It was in the closet. Now it's on the desk, right? Now it's missing. Where is it now? Okay. So these are just some examples. Of course, when we have the subject you, it's going to be were, regardless of singular or plural. This just makes it easier for the rule to be consistent. Oh, you was, if it were singular. So English just said, okay, let's just keep it the same. You were, singular or plural. Of course, when we're using the word you, it's going to be directly to a person that we're speaking to, or it is going to be a group of people. So you were in class. You were in class. You all were in class, right? So it really depends on the audience to determine singular or plural. But of course, the audience or person we are speaking to would know that we're talking about one person or multiple people. Okay. So again, just a brief video. Hopefully this helps to demonstrate the verb be in the past tense. And then also before I do go, I want to change these sentences to a negative and how that changes the meaning. So negative, I wasn't a doctor. She wasn't sleepy. They weren't running. It wasn't in the closet. So now, what do these sentences mean? I wasn't a doctor, okay? It is also correct to say I was not a doctor. More commonly in speaking and writing, contractions are used. And so it just takes time to become familiar with the word, the sound. I wasn't, right? I wasn't a doctor. This means I was never a doctor before. She wasn't sleepy. She was never sleepy, right? They weren't running. They were possibly walking. It wasn't in the closet. It was never there in the closet. Or I can even say it was on the desk, right? Another thing with subjects is we can be more specific. Of course, there wouldn't be a substitute for, but when you have a singular girl, she, I can use a name. I can say Maria wasn't sleepy. They, plural, so I can use, who they were. John and Steve weren't running. It, this will be an object, possibly even an animal. The dog wasn't in the closet. The shoes, well, the shoe wasn't in the closet. And the reason why I have it as the shoe is because wasn't a singular. If I said a pair of shoes, which is two, they weren't in the closet. So depends on what you're trying to express, of course. And then the last one, oh, it was never John, Maria. Cool. So we have Maria, John, Steve, the shoes to substitute. That can also be done for we. We weren't at school. Of course, we includes myself. And in English, we would say the person, the other person or persons, and then and I. So in this case, I could say Maria, John, and I weren't at school. Or I could just say Maria and I weren't at school. Depends who the subject is, right? So again, hopefully this helps. This again is past tense verb be. Any questions, comments, please let me know. I would love to make more valuable videos for you guys to help improve your English. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.